What is going on? I'm Zedmont. As you can see, I've jumped up into the gold tier. I've been up and down more than I'd like to admit. As you can see by the win, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. What we're going to do is I'm going to jump into a base here and show you a base that I know a lot of you have been struggling with. I've been struggling with as well. There is a solution and it's magical. So no doubt you've been up against a base that looks like this. They've got their sky shield so you can't flare any of their engine rooms, and then they just put their defenses out willy-nilly. Now these mines are a complete waste. Against a really well thought out base, this is likely not going to work. But this person was in the gold tier, so clearly they were doing something right. People are struggling against these sky shield bases. So I wanted to show you a little trick, a little tidbit. This engine room right here on the left-hand side here, this one right here, if you go as far to the left as you possibly can, guess what? The closest building for your troops, if we were to pause right there and draw our magic little line, the closest defense over here, we'll call that distance 14, just for a random number. The distance to that engine room is like 10. So I know this often causes people grief when their troops go to places they didn't expect them to go, but watch this. We are not going to use any flares, and we're just going to use some taunts and some well placed shocks, and then watch this. All of our troops are going to walk all the way underneath that sky shield. They're going to wrap that defense, and they're just going to murder all of the things. So Bullet is taunting all of these defenses over here. Nothing is shooting our heavies, including that boom cannon. And look at our heavies. They're going to clear that boom cannon, they're going to clear the engine room, they're going to clear the sky shield, and just like that, boom, shakalaka. One engine room is down, and then they're just going to clear. Second engine room is down, we get one more shock, we can flare that final engine room because the sky shield is gone, and just like that, 3 engine rooms underneath the sky shield without having to burn through all of the defenses. Now, likely some of you have tried to throw some flares close by, and I've seen a bunch of engine rooms that have terrible placement. Look at this, just like winning by just ugliness. I'm going to quickly pause here. I'll find that other replay and we'll keep rocking and rolling. So this is the one. Some people's sky shields, if you have a look, this sky shield is not placed well at all. So all you got to do is sneak some troops in there. Now, I would not necessarily recommend doing this if your base is not standing up well, because man, my flares are so low level that I'm having problems keeping my troops alive. Just burning all of the things. As you saw there, I didn't do nearly as good a job of walking my troops. We lost a lot of them, and I've switched from shock knuckles to taunt for any kind of battle where I'm sneaking some heavies in. So that is essentially my video for today. Number 1, look for a gap, and number 2, use that distance. What I've seen, if you have a triple sky shield, the way to block people from doing that is to move your sniper tower right to about there. I'm not going to place it because I don't remember where it came from and it was doing very well, but move a defense over here. What that's going to do is that's going to make people's troops go to that defense, which is going to shorten that gap, and then they're going to walk to these over here. So it's a very easy thing to block, but I've only seen one base that's blocked it so far. So nonetheless, we're going to get into some attacks, and I will carry on from there, and hopefully we can run into a sky shield and we can do it live. Okay, jumping back in, trying to keep this train moving on forwards. I have not been able to get anyone who has a sky shield. I've been trying to show off this sky shield base, and I've seen more than a few people who've switched it up and gone in and gotten themselves a Flotsam for whatever reason. I think that is just trying to get the heavy Zuka players. Flotsam's not super duper useful overall, but I mean, hey, if it's working for you, it's keep rocking and rolling. We're going to get our flare out. We're going to get that shock right about there, trying to shock all of the things. Managed to miss my shock on the Flotsam, of course. Need to keep this flare going. That is job number 1. If your flare is not active, you're not going to have a good time. So need to get as many heavies as we can back into here. And now it's just Taunt City, getting all of the defenses to key in on Bullet, getting one engine room down. Now we're going to head over into here and hope that we can get a second down. Most times you don't need to get a second down to win, but really it just is so helpful in keeping that chest timer moving because so many people are struggling to get chests. By the way, if you're struggling to get chests, do consider, oh, so close. Do consider dropping down some ranks. I dropped down from mid 15 down to early 13 yesterday and managed to pick up all sorts of free wins. This person using the shock knuckles, very smart maneuver. My mines are placed fairly well though. Now, the trick is to getting your mines placed is to place them where troops start to fan out, not quite where buildings are. I'm going to move that mine in one tile, just like this mine right here, for example. This mine right here is perfectly placed, so our Zookas are going to move forward. They're going to fan out, and boom, out go the troops. Now, this person doing something a little bit different, dropping troops at different cadence rates, but you see right in here, these mines just absolutely deadly. They saw that too. It's almost like they were listening in on my video. I really don't think they're going to have enough troops to get anywhere near an engine room, but I've been wrong at least once before. They've got so much gunboat energy for those shocks. I'm wondering if this person went and got that GBE node. I am just saving at this point. Haven't decided where exactly I'm going to be going with my nodes. They're trying so hard. That amplified machine gun plus the amplified flamethrower though, plus that boom cannon just barely ranges. I'm going to be amazed if they can get the engine room down. Throwing that shock out there, coming in, trying their darndest to get this engine room. Come on, mines. My mines will not let me down. Also, my boom cannon, you're going to flare right into those mines, buddy. Not going to work. Boom, shakalaka, OP, crushed underneath the foot of Zedmot. Moving on forwards, though, we are at 59 out of 60. One quick thing to note. You'll see down here, my chest is ready. Don't claim it. I am so close to gold. If you have a look at the chest level for gold, 14 keys. If you go back here and look at the chest level for this one, only 13 keys. And how many times have you been one key short? So I always wait as far as I can just to make sure that if you can get that extra key, those extra upgrade tokens, it's going to work out to your benefit. Now, on this one, this engine room right here looks very tempting, but you know what? That engine room on that right-hand side looks even better. So we're going to send Bullet out front. We're going to send all our heavies in behind. And if you're wondering why Bullet out front, it's simply because Bullet's taunt is going to allow us to get all sorts of extra troops sneaking on by. Right about now, we're going to hit the taunt button, and I'm actually going to take down that machine gun just because it's allowing the rest of our troops to catch up, and then we're going to flare in behind, get some good tight shocking out, and our troops are going to walk along the wall, hopefully missing most of those boom mines and get into a position where they can absolutely crush this base. So placement of your flares. I see way too many people flaring directly on the engine room. There is little to no advantage to flaring the engine room directly. By using a ground flare, you can avoid so many mines, and you can end up getting a second engine room potentially simply by avoiding those mines. I don't know that we're going to be able to pull it off on this one, but anytime you can get two engine rooms, it's way better than getting one, let me tell you. This person I'm up against is crushing my base. So I'm wondering if those two buildings we took out at the front are going to make the difference between a win and a loss. Let's go check in. Oh, they took down all three. So Zazon coming in with the big win. That is impressive. And they have Zookas in there. I want to watch this because the fact they managed to sneak Zookas past my defenses, that is an impressive attack. Let's have a quick look, see what the heck they did. Zookas, heavies, where they're bringing them. Ah, you've got smoke. I am so envious right now. Getting smoke, just game changer. I am so envious. I do not have smoke, and the fact that they can take all of their Zookas along that path just makes me super envious right now. Smoke is right there on the path to Barrage. Both of those things are fantastic and are going to be major players at the 3 engine room level. I haven't decided if I'm going to go up and get Barrage or move into 4 engine rooms. One player in our task force group is using tanks and has gone into Diamond, so lots and lots of options to close this puppy out. all sorts of good stuff going on. I've only gotten one 2-engine room base, which of course is super easy with a 3-engine room layout. Now, one other note is you can flare. Look at that. There's a tiny bit of that engine room sticking out. We are going to take full advantage and just see if we can't sneak one in past the Gipper. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. Some sort of expression about sneaking one past someone, and I was trying to use that expression to the fullest. Now, I'm just going to flare right in here because we really don't need to use that pixel perfect flare every single time. There's no advantage to doing so because you're going to miss, you're going to get frustrated, and I do not recommend that. But now once we get close, hopefully, just hopefully, we can sneak right underneath all of these sky shields and check that out. All of our troops underneath the sky shield, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Down goes engine room number 1. Engine room number 2 and 3 on the go. Sky Shield's going to go first because for whatever reason, that's what our troops want to focus on. But look at this, just burning all of the engine rooms. Even when that bottom corner is exposed, you can hit that bottom corner as well. It is an incredibly difficult flare, especially if you're playing with your thumbs like I am, on a phone like I am. If you've got an iPad or a tablet, way easier to hit that absolutely perfect, pixel perfect flare. I'm going to jump out here. I will show you a replay right now of that pixel perfect flare. So this is exactly what I was talking about. If we zoom way in there, you can see that there is not a lot of room on that engine room in that bottom left-hand corner in that 6 o'clock position, or 7:30 position, depending on which beach clock you use. Let's keep that time going. I was clearly paused, waiting for the flare to come out, and it never did. You see that? Look at this. Boom, right on top. Absolutely nailed it. Now, if you watch in the next couple seconds or so, you'll see that I've been trying to throw that flare out right in now. I'm missing. And look at that, exact same flare, but it ends up hitting the sky shield. So it is so precise, and I miss it more times than I hit it. But as you can see here, we are getting back into the gold tier. Billy 76470 is not wanting to retreat. When he does, we'll get back into gold. Then we'll claim that chest. And just like that, all things are good in the universe. Boom, just like that, back into gold, claiming that chest. So in the past, I was saying, yes, by all means, use shock knuckles, get some Zookas out there, go do a whole bunch of damage, and you can take down some engine rooms. But the heavy rush with taunt is actually fairly good, and that is without even this gunboat energy node. With this gunboat energy node, plus even some smoke, there is all sorts of possibilities. The 3 engine room level is going to be very different in the coming days, so consider smashing that subscribe button. Don't forget to enable notifications, and as I find all sorts of goodness at the 3 engine room level, I will pass it along to you. As always, I'm Zedmot. Thanks for coming in. Peace!